How are we doing? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Mindset Monday. Your local army, hello. Eczema, hello. Emmy, hello. Alicia Moore, hello. Janin, hello. Gwen, hello. Jennifer, Diego, Lunar, Salma, Julieta, Wendell, hello. Casey, it's Cam, hey, is what I meant to say. Verse, Melody. Oh, you guys are together. That's cute. Sylvia, Emmy, I already said you, but hello again. Earth to Sammy, Sana, hello. Dina, hi. Anna, hi. RM, Nayla, hi. Mocha Java Latte, hello. Oh, your granddaughter. Oh, I'm wearing pink today. Say hi to her. I remember you telling me that she only likes it when I wear pink. So this must be for her. This outfit was for her. Sana's here for the full shebang bang today. Mary, hello. Ryan, hi. Tracy, Miriam, Tarot Dreams, Ariana. Hello, hello. Miss Mika, Brandon, what up? Gulenso, hoping I say that right. Hannah, Amreen, Natalie, Sterling Silver, hello. Sanaja, I hope I said that right. Hello. Deluxe Witch, hi. Anna, hi. Hannah says, I'm going to be at work Friday during your next workshop. Okay. Yes, sad. I agree because if you can't be there live, then that's definitely a bummer. But if you still want the benefits of the workshop, if you buy a ticket, you will get the recording for it. So you can still do your own version of the workshop, do it at home, do it with your friends, maybe, get your family involved. And, let go, whatever you gotta let go. Lunar says it looks like cat ears. Meow. It does kind of, doesn't it? Tracy says, I manifested Roxy saying my name and it happened. And I just read your comment again. CH, hi, you're new here. Hello, welcome. Okay, it was either Julensu or Gulensu. I said them both, and I said it right. So which one was it, please? Is it a hard G or a soft G? A gooey G? Which gooey? G. But I would think of a J as gooey. Doesn't matter. Let me know. Chrissy, hello. Afro, hi. Alicia, hi. Emmy says, I'm going to go out on DoorDash tomorrow so I can join the workshop on Friday. Girl, getting that money. We're excited. It's going to be fun. It's our last one of the summer. So if you're thinking about joining, you got a few days to sign up. Letting Go workshop happening July 30th via Zoom. Last one of the summer. Make this the best summer ever. Marty says, I'm going to put your comment up. Marnie says, I'm still embodying my best version, Daenerys, from the last workshop. Yes! We had such a good time on the self-love workshop. It was really fun. So I'm very excited to check out the new one. Sorry. So this platform that I use to stream, they updated their little interface or whatever. And now I can't access my chat the same way. So you may have noticed if you've been here the last couple weeks, you see me kind of fiddling and fucking around with the chat. It's because why did you change it? I just got used to it, figuring out how to do it. I gotta figure something out. Larissa, hi. Yes, I can say hi to you. Hello. Okay. Dina, thank you so much for linking the link to the Letting It Go workshop happening this Friday, July 30th via Zoom. It's linked in the chat. So if you would like to sign up, go ahead and grab her right there. So what's going on? What are we celebrating? What have we manifested? What's going good in our lives? Let me know where we at so we can start everything on a high note. Tequila Hunter says, hello, I finally got the live. Hello, welcome, Tequila Hunter. Tequila Hunter. Does anybody else watch Trixie and Katya? I just heard welcome to the stage, Tequila Hunter. Okay. Alicia says it's no coincidence that the next workshop is on my SP's birthday. Nope, I don't think that is a coincidence. Oh, by the way, I was just about to take a sip of my beverage. I want to just let everyone know it is a ginger beer. It looks like beer. It's not beer. Just so you know, doesn't really matter. We got this. Come on, wait, it's backwards. Oh my gosh, there we go. Let me get my face out of. Wait, is it focusing? Fentimans. There we go. Fentimans ginger beer. I went to a family reunion in Northern California this weekend, and we stopped at Casa de Fruta. If anybody knows about Casa de Fruta, it's one of the best places on earth. And I think I'm pretty sure we got this at Casa de Fruta, because otherwise I just made that up. But we did stop there, and I'm pretty sure my husband got this there. So I'm drinking ginger beer. Now that I do not drink alcohol anymore, I'm a ginger beer connoisseur, and this one is, if you're into ginger beer, it's not super strong, but it is a little spicy, so I do like it. My favorite is Fever Tree, if you're wondering. All right. Lee Sam says, can we talk about how awesome the mental diet is? Yeah, mental diet is everything. And just like if we want to have, the body of our desires, we would eat a diet that would promote that body type. Same goes with your lifestyle. If you want a specific or particular lifestyle, then you would mentally eat the thoughts or consume or create or what's the word I want to use? Select the thoughts that culminate or, result in your desired reality. And if you just continue eating or consuming or producing only those thoughts, then you continue to live in that reality. Wait, I'm assuming there's a question attached to this, because this says any tips. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's why we're here. Yeah, tips. That's what we're doing. Just the tips. Oh, will the mental diet workshop come back? Marnie says. Okay, so here's the deal. Mental diet is going to come back in a form. Here's how. After the live workshops this summer, I'm going to package together all of my live workshops, including scripting, mental diet, take them off the pedestal, self-love, and letting them go. And they're going to be bundled into a live workshop package bundle. And that's how you'll be able to grab the mental diet and the scripting bundle if you have not gotten it. Hannah says, I'm celebrating my brand new 2021 Toyota RAV4, all bought and paid for by me. Yes, ma'am. That's awesome. Congrats. Mocha Java Latte says, strange thing to celebrate, but the third party has been unfaithful to my SP. I've just been affirming he only has eyes for me. He's only loyal and faithful to me. Sounds like you're doing it. Okay. CH says, I had a really bad toothache a few days ago and I manifested away. It's a small thing, but it was my first experience of manifesting something. So it was really exciting for me. Okay. First off, since it was your first deliberate manifestation, we need to point out a few things so that you can continue and do great. There are no small manifestations, just as there are no large. There's no big manifestations. There's no small. So we don't want to get into the habit of labeling something as, it was just a small manifestation. Because for one, it diminishes what you've done. And then that diminishes your power, diminishes your belief in yourself. It diminishes your confidence. It diminishes your ability to see the results of your manifestations, just because you're dimming your own flame. So it's not going to shine. How could it shine as bright? On the converse side, if you call something big, then it makes it feel unattainable. It makes it feel hard. It makes it feel like it could take a long time, or that you have to go through a lot or do a lot of work to actually attain it. And so neither way does it really serve you to call them big or small. So because they're not. They really are. It's just energy. So if you just understand that everything is the same thing, we're all one. Everything is all the same. There's 111 people in here. I can count. Fuck yeah. There's 11 million people in here right now. And, so you manifested health. That's amazing, because first of all, it shows you that even your body is under your command and under the command of your thoughts. And it shows you that really nothing is off limits, because like you're talking about, physical healing. And if you just kind of apply these techniques to everything in your life, then that's what you get to experience. And congratulations. And Amanda, I'm going to quote Amanda here. We're going to show what Amanda said. Amanda says, make sure to thumbs up the video. Thanks, Amanda. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that too, because yeah, why not? Yes, Sana, I'm just going to say you have perfect health. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're super duper healthy, feeling amazing. Okay. Miriam says, I have a question. Law of assumption is on living in the end. But how are we supposed to live in the end when things aren't how they're supposed to be when you're with your SP? For example, them texting us with I just have to note the punctuation because I want to just acknowledge the energy that you're bringing to it with question mark and an exclamation point. So you're getting really bogged down with your 3D, and that's understandable because you're a human being. But like, if you want to be more of a conscious creator, then you're going to need to understand that your 3D is an illusion and you need to stop being fooled by it. And if you don't have what you want in the moment right now, then shut the fuck up about it and don't say that ever again. And I say that with love, and I don't mean to just dump that on you right there, but it came out. And it, like, you literally just, like, if you want something, you have it. Stop saying you want it. Stop saying you don't have it, because that is replicating. This is a mirror, okay? If you want to have something in your life, then you need to act like you have it. So if you're missing someone texting you, you need to look at the bigger picture here. You don't have communication. You're not patient, right? Because if you can't get through a day with, or however long it's been without texting, that tells me that we don't have patience with our manifestation, which tells me we don't necessarily maybe have trust in it, or we don't fully believe that it's going to happen for us, or we're doubting it. We're letting our fears, insecurities, worries, doubts, I said already, take over, which obviously is happening as well, because you're believing that your 3D reality is real and that whatever they're doing matters, because it doesn't. And you need to get ahead of your thinking, or actually, let me say this a different way. We're always ahead in our thinking. You need to get ahead of your 3D reality and stop getting behind it. And that's what a lot of people are doing, is they're keeping pace. They're letting their thoughts keep pace with their 3D reality. And like, okay, I just saw an analogy, and I don't like, I mean, I saw a picture in my head, and I don't want to disparage anyone or put anyone down. I'm gonna preface this by saying, like, I have been all kinds of weights and sizes my whole life. I have definitely been heavier than I would like to be. I'm just not even gonna finish the sentence. So I don't want to offend anybody with what I'm about to say. I've been there, so it's not a judgment or anything. But what I just saw in my head was like a really fit person, or like a trainer jogging with like an overweight person who's trying to lose weight. And the overweight person's like sweating, and they're trying to keep up, and they're like, whoa, they're sweating, and it's like, oh, they're trudging through it. And the trainer is just like, boop, 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 boop. They're like running circles around them. They're running ahead. They're coming back. They're like, come on. They're like, they're like a little jackrabbit. Like, come on, let's go. Like they're ahead of the game. And that's what's going on. So it's like, if you as a trainer are just going to stick to the slow pace that your client is going, then, and I'm not a trainer, but this is just the analogy. Okay. So forgive me if this isn't true, but this is the idea I'm trying to explain. If you as that trainer aren't going to push your client past that speed that they're naturally going, they're not going to progress, right? They're just going to continue like just kind of slow puffing it. But as a trainer, you're there to be like, come on, pick up the pace. Blah, 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 blah. You're ahead of the game. You've been where they've been, or you've helped people come from that place. So you're ahead of that space, and you're not there with them. You can sympathize with them. You can help them. You can guide them. You can bring them through, but you're not just jogging along next to them, not pushing them through, right? So think about that when it goes from your thoughts to your 3D reality, okay? So when we're talking about they're not texting us, you are right now, that sentence, how am I supposed to live in the end if they're not texting me? That what I just saw was the trainer and and the client sitting at McDonald's eating. Like that's the image that popped into my head, was that like you are sitting as a trainer, you are adding to the weight on your client's body by not guiding them to eat the food that their future body wants is going to be living off of. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like if you are living with your 3D reality and you are affirming it over and over and over and constantly, and you don't know how to get out of it, you need to like, you got to separate yourself and be like, whoa, I'm stuck in a loop right here. I need to be above, a separate from this, because I'm creating my future as I'm sitting here saying they're not text. You look at your phone in the now, you say they're not texting me. What you have just done is made them not text you tomorrow. And every single time you do that, tomorrow, you're just stacking it up over and over and over again. And so you have got to stop sitting down and eating burgers with your overweight client. You know what I mean? Like, you're the trainer, you need to act like it. Give them a fucking celery stick or two, you know, like act like you are further along in the game than you are, because you are. So you have to act like you got to be that. So that's what living in the end is, realizing like, I may not have a text in my phone, which is not a real thing. You realize a phone, this is a fucking brick of mechanics and fucking, dude, I don't even know what the fuck's in there, microchips and shit. And what you call a text message is pixels on a screen. It's not even a real thing. So stop letting it dictate your whole world. Change the story, stay ahead of it, and act like you're in control, because you are. So if you want someone to text you, they communicate with you all the time, and there is no other story. There's no excuse. You have to stay ahead of your thoughts. That's for everybody, not just somebody who's looking for a text. It doesn't matter what you're waiting on. If you're waiting on something, stop saying you're waiting on it. Say that you have it, and then distract yourself with something else. Or keep telling yourself you have it, even though you want to say you don't. If you have to fight back or argue back with yourself, it's better than letting yourself sit there and listen to the doubts and the fears and all that stuff, and believe them and be inundated with them and live in that world. You have to take control. Okay, I think I saw some super chats come through again. Let me see if I can figure out how to fudging get to the feed so that I can see the actual. Amanda. Amanda says Shiba dot. Wait, hold on. No. This has got to be a hold on. I can't do. I'm really good at multitasking, but I don't have to, because we're here and we're doing it. And we're going to get in here. And we're going to be on this dang old chat so that I can properly see the super chats. Fudge. And why did YouTube do this? Oh, no, it wasn't YouTube. It was Restream, wasn't it? Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody. I just want to... how do I get back into my... I have to launch... I'm so good at YouTube. I'm good at this. Okay, good timing. Talk amongst yourselves. Please give each other some advice. Wait, can I get up in this one? This is the one I'm trying to get into. Where's my chat? Oh my God. This is so easy to work with. How did I do this last time? Did I just hit save? Can I get into the chat? No, it's not made for kids. Get out of here. All right. Thanks everyone for bearing with. There we go. All right. I don't know why they changed it. Okay. All right. Now I can see the super chats. Amanda, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Okay. If there's any other ones, I can't scroll up that high, so please just let me know back again in the... Oh, Lord. Okay. This is ginger beer, if anybody's wondering, if you were not here in the beginning. All right. All right. I see a lot of people affirming what they don't want in the chat. Like, why? If you don't want something, say the opposite. Say you have the opposite. You know better than this, guys. I don't like to facilitate so much backsliding. Nettie says, is there another program like the 30 Days of Alignment? Okay, so here's the deal. I am working on building my signature course, which is my 360 method. That's going to be out in the fall. And it is going to be a very in-depth how to do everything, all of it, how to become a conscious creator, everything that I've learned and understood and developed and figured out is going to be put into this course. So it's all of it. It's the whole shebang bang, the whole dealio. So 360 method is coming soon. I'm really excited about it. That's happening in the fall. So that's going to be the 30 days of alignment is kind of like just a taste, right? Like the 30 days of alignment was how I started changing my life and like the first thing that I did. And then I kept going with it and then just developed my 360 method of how I was scooping all of my thoughts and putting them all where I wanted them to be all day long, and how I developed that and how you can make it work for you and become an expert at it. 360 method coming soon, roxytalks.com. And if you want to catch me live for an interactive workshop, we have one this Friday all about letting go. It's happening via Zoom. You can join at my website, roxytalks.com. Leanne, do you mind linking that link in the chat, please? To the Letting Go workshop happening this Friday, July 30th, 3 p.m. PST via Zoom. We had a really, really awesome time last time, so I'm excited to do it again. It is our last one, so. I see somebody talking about people using manifestation against you. The only way that's possible is if you think it's possible. You have to understand that nobody has control over you in your reality. You are the only one in your reality. Your version of reality is occupied by you and you alone. And everybody else around you is, okay, not that you're occupied by you and you alone, but it is controlled by you and you alone. And it's a reflection of you and you alone. And anybody that comes into your world is simply acting out a script or an idea or a template that you have provided that, like, how do I say this? Like there's so many different kinds of people that you think exist. So whatever you think people do and how they act and like, oh, she's this type of person or they do this kind of thing, that they just do those things because we label them that way. And like when you first meet someone and you kind of like, they are going to come in and they're going to do what they do, right? They're just going to be a human being. They're going to fill a role that humans fill. Just whatever you think humans might do, they're going to pick some of those things and do them. As you get to know them and as you make assumptions about them based on their behavior and what you've experienced around them, they continue to play out that role and they just keep doing it over and over. So we get stuck under the spell of thinking that, everyone has free will, which they do, but only in their reality. The good thing is that you don't ever have to experience someone else's reality. You won't ever, and you can't ever, and they can't experience yours. So if you allow people to have free will and power over you in their reality, then they have it. If you realize that it's all a fucking game and it's an illusion and you need to snap out of it and gain control, then you will. Shirley says, Mommy's serving us baby spice on this Abundant Monday. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Super chat came through. Where did that go? And I see Erica B says, your podcast / videos are changing my life more and more every day. Thank you for doing what you do, Roxy. Sending everyone love and light. We got this. I appreciate you. And I thank you. And I always like to say, you're doing that. I didn't do shit. I'm just over here talking to my reality. If you are taking it in your reality and using it and making your life better, that's you doing that. So give yourself that pat on the back. And thank you for the kind words and the super chat. Wait, hold on. I'm so used to saying thank you for the super chat that it just fell out of my mouth. I apologize. Okay. Emmy G, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Okay, Emmy says, scroll back up and look at my comments. You helped me manifest moving to a new city and walking away from bare minimum living. Thank you, Roxy. Girl, that took like 3 weeks. Literally, Emmy, that literally took like 3 weeks. Okay, I'm finding your comments. Where are we at? Where are we at? Like a month tops, I swear. Like what that you... This is what I mean. Like I had nothing to do with that. You did that. I don't know if it's gonna let me scroll up this far. I'm trying to find. Oh wait, there's one. Okay, let's. I made it to Washington State last night from Florida. I've been on a road trip the last 2 weeks on my way up. I remember telling you I was manifesting this trip, and I finally just went for it. It was magical as fuck. Yes. I felt like I was dreaming when I got here. I felt like I was still visualizing and not actually living it. Like I could not believe I made this happen. What? Yes, girl. And then she says, I actually got the idea to move while watching your live at the end of April. Okay. So you got the idea at the end of April, and it is the end of July. 3 months. It was the full moon. I got such a clear vision of me moving and living my dream life in Seattle. Now I'm here, dude. That's amazing. And it's been like, I know in the beginning I said 3 weeks, but it was like 3 weeks ago that you asked me a question about moving. And I was like, bitch, you're there. You're there already. The person who asked about text messages, Emmy, I don't remember your exact question, but your question was something similar about like, I want to go, like, how do I be someone who's living there when I'm not? Maybe I'm making stuff up, but I feel like your questions were kind of similar. But the text message question I was asking earlier, like Emmy really just decided like 3 weeks ago that she was just going to do it. And like she's there now. And that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, pretty inspiring. And we appreciate you. And thank you for the super chat. And I'm excited for you because you got a whole new chapter unfolding. Black Candle, advice on what to do while waiting for the 3D to catch up. Distract yourself with something you actually enjoy doing. Do things that make you happy so that you're not feeling lack and you're actually feeling like, okay, let's say that I was waiting for, okay, I'm just going to go with the images that I have. When you're waiting on, and forgive me if you don't celebrate Christmas, this is just as a child, this is me. You're waiting on Christmas and you really want Christmas morning. What do you do in the meantime? You go ice skating with your friends. You build snowmen. You fucking drink hot chocolate. You build gingerbread houses. You wrap presents for your family. You listen to Christmas carols. You do stuff that makes you feel good in the meantime so that the waiting period feels good so that you're not, making yourself sway off your path. You're staying on your open, abundant, I love everything, I have everything I need path because you're being fulfilled in the moment by stuff that does make you happy because the one thing you want is not the only thing that'll make you happy, whether it's your SP or not. It's not the only thing that's going to make you happy. And again, newsflash, your SP does not make you happy. You have to bring happy to the equation. So, where were we? I don't remember. Yeah, your female. Okay, the person asking about someone who knows that it doesn't matter. You're giving them the power. You're literally. My female friend knows about voodoo and black magic, though. So, and why are you giving her power? It's not her reality. It's yours. Said with love. I know I sound like a bitch, but I just mean it with love. Okay. Tiffany, hi, and thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Says, applied for rent help from my state, 3 weeks, no answer. I said, wouldn't it be nice if I not only got it, but they gave me 3 months and let it go wouldn't it be nice if they gave me 3 months and let it go? Next day I got an email. I was approved and they're paying 3 months of rent. Girl, you do all kinds of crazy stuff. Every week you have a new ridiculous manifestation to share with us. Proud of you. You're powerful. I tell you that every time. I mean it. Larissa, how do you keep thinking positive that he's going to come back? I just answered that question. You need to fill your space, your time with stuff that actually makes you feel good. Again, your SP is not the thing that makes you happy. You do that. You're allowing them to take on that role, and you're saying that your happiness depends on them, which is making that appear to be the case in your life. But as soon as you stop saying that shit and realize that you make yourself happy and you are happy and amazing things are coming to you every day and you have everything that you need and you're not lacking anything, then that's what'll show up to you. And if you're affirming that you're not lacking anything, you have everything that you want and need, and that person is something that you want and need, then obviously they're gonna be coming your way because you've just affirmed that you have everything that you want and need. And if that's something that you want and need or whatever, you get what I'm saying? Like, let it fall into the category. Stop trying so hard to distract yourself with something that actually makes you feel good so you're not constantly undoing the work that you're trying to do. Work for yourself, not against yourself. And I know I probably sound really feisty today. I'm sorry. I just spent like a week with my family, so my emotional fucking cup has been full for a while. Okay. Said with love. I love my family, but you know, it's family. Okay. All right. I think I missed the super chat. I need to find the super chat. Leanne, did I see you? Leanne, will you link the YouTube link for the workshop in the thing so I can put it up there, please? I know you probably did already, but I lost it. Nope, there it is. Found it. Just kidding. Thank you. No. I have to. Oh, son of a gun. I got to find it on this thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Leanne, thank you. Okay. Bruh. All right. Bruh. So, there we go. July 30th, we're hosting our Letting Go workshop, live workshop. Let go of your BS, let go of your baggage, connect with some of your community members, connect with yourself, connect with your chosen self. Let go of the stuff that's not serving you. All together, we're doing it together. I'm really excited. Last one of the summer. It's going to be our send-off. Best summer ever. Becoming our best selves. Going into the fall and emerging in the new year. So that's happening July 30th. That is this Friday if you're in the Western Hemisphere. And you can sign up at my website, roxytalks.com, or the link is pinned to the YouTube chat. Yeah. Okay. Now, did I miss a super chat? I apologize because they're not as easy to see anymore. Okay, I see that one. Thank you, Tiffany. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, I think we got him. Okay. Nicole says, did you also sometimes struggle with visualization? I used to be good at it, but lately I have problems. Okay, so first of all, just saying that you have problems visualizing is going to manifest because everything you think and say is manifesting. So you got to get a hold of the sentences that you're thinking and saying. There's no way around it. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. If you're talking about manifesting, you need to control the sentences you're saying about manifesting, because that is manifesting. So have I struggled with visualization? I definitely would not say that I have ever struggled with visualization. Like, do I get distracted sometimes? Yeah, I'm a human being. I think everybody does, but it's about catching yourself and bring yourself back to awareness. So I always say awareness and discipline, that is the cornerstone of my practice. We talked earlier about the 360 method, which is my signature method, my signature practice. Awareness and discipline have to be present. You've got to know that you're saying the thing that's keeping you where you don't want to be, and you've got to be able to do something about it every single time. So, and if anything I would add to that would be commitment, which again, I've thought about this and like awareness, discipline, and commitment, but then, you know, if you're disciplined, then you're kind of committed, right? So any hoodles. What was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh yeah, just struggling with visualization. So yeah, don't say that you're struggling, say that it's really easy for you, so that it can be. And then pay attention to yourself and make sure that you're not wandering. I like to point my eyes at my third eye, my closed eyes at my third eye while I'm meditating or visualizing or whatever, so that it helps me stay focused. But I also notice like when my vision slips, so do my thoughts, and vice versa. So as soon as I put my eyes back to center, my thoughts go back to center as well. So I just do it all the time. I'm just, just being aware as possible. I said that right, being aware as possible. And also being as disciplined as possible, meaning that it's okay. It's not, you can't, it's one thing to just know that you're doing, you have to make yourself stop. Like, otherwise, what's the fucking point? Might as well just go back to the way you were living, blind thinking, and just go along with your instincts and not give it a second thought, Thank you, Amanda and Leanne. Thank you to the mods. Thank you, Diener. Leanne says, if you buy all 3 workshops, you can still get a recording of the first 2. Absolutely. Yeah, there is a bundle. So if you do buy the workshops now, you'll get all 3 recordings from the summer workshops. Eczema says, stop affirming that he ain't coming back. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't know who you're talking to, but they needed to hear it. Perla, is this playing? No, this is live, baby. Okay. Serendipity, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, where did that go? Hi, Roxy. How to resolve social and cultural differences such as race, religion, economic, etc. with SP and his family. I feel like they don't approve of me. Okay, so you literally just answered your own question. Your last sentence is the reason. You feel that they don't approve of me, so they can't approve of you because they don't approve of you. So earlier I talked about how people come into your life and they play a role. Okay, I'm thinking of a script. You know how in movies they'll have like, you'll have your character, less important. Then you'll have like person A, or like it'll say like guy. You know what I mean? Like it's just a random bag of person. They're gonna do. They could literally show up and do anything that you think humans are capable of doing, right? Because you're dictating the show. They are a person and they are a blank canvas when they come your way. Once you start getting an impression of them, you affirm immediately. Just like I've talked about, like when you're first born on planet Earth is when you first start manifesting. Like as soon as you're a conscious, manifestation forever till you die. And you are building your world based on everything that you kind of know already and what you expect to be there for the expectancy or the inevitability of the next moment to look like the previous moment. So that's that process of like the second you open your eyes, or whatever second you're conscious, you're manifesting. It's kind of like that with a person, right? So like they're a blank slate. They could fit any role that humans fit before they come here or before you get to know them, right? So you know how sometimes some people are like really into, they always know exactly how you're going to be because I'm really good at reading people. I can read you like a book. I know exactly how you're going to be before you even talk to me. I can always tell how people are. Those kind of people, they affirm that they can read people like a book. So their intuition about a people is going to be right. They're fucking calling them to them anyway. So of course it's going to be right. People who say, oh, I'm a bad judge of character. I'm a good judge of character. I'm a bad judge of character. I always trust the wrong people. People always fuck me over, blah, blah, blah. Those people are going to continuously encounter people who have maybe ulterior motives because that's where the emphasis is at. But what I was going to say is that after you make that threshold of like, this is a brand new being that I know nothing about, they're going to spin the dice. Maybe it's like a roulette. They're just going to randomly pick a human, human A, human Q, human J, human 24. It doesn't really matter. They're just going to pick a random personality, or they're going to, display a personality to you based on God knows whatever you're thinking, how you're feeling, who knows, what you're in alignment with, whatever, what's coming down the line for you, what you've already manifested, all the above. They're going to fit a role that humans fit. So it could be really anything. Then the first time they open their mouth, or the first time you say, oh, and then those shoes or whatever, and you start making your judgments, they're either going to fit that role that you've decided them to be, or they're going to be completely opposite. Like we all have all those sayings like, yeah, you only make a first impression once, or like, oh, I thought you were a bitch before I met you. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we're dead on, sometimes we're not. It doesn't really matter. That's irrelevant. My point is, once they pass that threshold and they start showing you the characteristics of what human B does or what human Q does, what human 24 does, you then immediately start affirming and get into the feedback loop of what they're doing, who they are, what they're wearing, how they talk, like what they talk about, how they feel, what they do, and you're creating them to fill the role or the script for the character that they are emerging, the character that is emerging, if that makes sense, right? So just as we are navigating through our 3D reality and we're like bobbing and weaving and we're creating the next moment based on what we've experienced and what we've learned and in our expectations, fears, worries, doubts of what's coming next. It's the same with the people. Like they're also on that, they're on the track with the everything else. So they're going to be fulfilling the roles and expectations, fears, worries, doubts, insecurities, whatever's going on in our mind and subconsciously that we have set in motion for them and that we have assigned to them and to people at large. So if you feel that all of that I said to get you to understand that, like, if you think there's a cultural difference and it's a problem, it's a problem. If you think race is a problem, it's a problem for you. I'm not saying it's not. Don't take this out of like this specific manifestation we're talking about here. If you think your religion is a problem, then it's a problem. If you think your socioeconomic status is a problem to their parents, then it is a problem. But it's because you are dictating the role they play. So you are the director and the main actor. They are character actors. They are going to do what's on the fucking page because they want their paycheck. They're really good at their job. So if you think that they don't approve of you, they're going to find all kinds of reasons to not approve of you. Right now, it just happens to be your race, religion, and economic status, like some really important ones. But even if you push through that, or let's say you found a different family who did accept you, if you're not willing to understand that fear of not being approved is within you and it is reflected back, then people are going to not approve you for who knows what. Like, I mean, again, these things are fucking bullshit. Obviously, like to not be accepted by these things is not okay, but that's like to the extreme. Whereas like you could be not accepted because, oh, I don't like the color blue and she's wearing blue today. Like, fuck her. Like it could be something completely benign and irrelevant, or it could be like the severity of what you're experiencing right now. But it's all your story. And so you have to remember always that your thoughts are creating the future moment. Even if you feel like you're reacting to what's going on around you, it doesn't matter because you're creating the next day. So like if you, let's say today you saw their parent, they told you, hey, my parents don't approve of you. And you're like, oh man, they don't approve of me. This sucks. What you've just done, and I've said this before in other ways, but what you've just done is make it so they don't approve of you tomorrow. You're not just talking about how they don't approve of you today. You're making it so they don't approve of you tomorrow. So you have to say they do approve of you today, even if your 3D is telling you something different. Who cares? Your 3D is irrelevant. It's a byproduct of your past thinking. So if you take the now moment to say they don't approve of me, you've created a tomorrow moment for them to not approve of you. But if you take the now moment to say, oh, they approve, I'm their dream daughter-in-law, or I'm their dream choice for their child. They more than approve of me. They've chosen me. I'm the one they want. They love me. They're welcoming me into the family. They can't wait for me to be in the family. They love my family. They all get along so well. Everybody welcomes each other. We have this great big familial connection and everything's blah, 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 blah. You get it. Then what you're doing is making it so that there will be a tomorrow where that is true, but you have to keep it going no matter what the today is telling you. Because if you want that tomorrow, you need to have the tomorrow in your mind, not the today, because it's a mirror. So if you don't mirror tomorrow, do you get what I'm saying? Like if you don't mirror ideal, you're going to get current or something else, right? If you mirror current, if you just affirm, if you just talk about what's happening today and how you feel now, you're only going to get more of that because it's a mirror. It's going to be reflecting back to you. But if you talk about and intend and affirm and just stay focused on them approving you and loving, not just approving you, because we want something way better than that. Again, loving you, choosing you, selecting you, please come be in our family, then You have to be thinking those kind of thoughts today. And forgive me, I don't know why my computer is not charging. Is it not charging? What's going on here? There it goes. Okay. Yay. This person, Emery, you keep saying that you're stuck over and over. People are giving you advice and you keep saying you're stuck. That's why you're stuck, because you won't stop saying you're stuck. It's your words that are manifesting. If you feel stuck, delete that word from your fucking vocabulary and anything that comes up under its synonyms, okay? You have to get a hold of it. You are in control of your thoughts. Act like it. Say with love. Mocha Jova Latte, have fun with your granddaughter at lunch. You you've probably been gone for a while now. I'm just seeing this. But maybe you'll listen back later. Okay. Okay, I see a super chat. Just want to make sure I'm catching all these. Okay. DS, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you. Simona asking about manifestations stopping. I do have a video about that on the YouTube. On the YouTubes. Where did that super chat go? There it is. Okay. Coke. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Probably not. Thank you for the super chat. Says, looking for the best way to envision my two boys moving back with me in California and my divorce ending in a perfect way. I have manifesting great things, but this one still evades me. Okay, so first things first. All right. I'm going to affirm this because I'm noticing, at least in this chat, so maybe we can nip it in the bud. It happens a lot. I feel like most people, if you're typing what your problem is into the chat, I feel like I keep seeing everybody, you put your own solution. It's like the last sentence. I manifested great things, but this one still evades me. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because you keep saying that it's evading you? Do you think it's because you keep treating it like it's the hardest fucking thing and the only thing that doesn't work? Because guess what? That's manifesting. How can it be easy? How can it work if it evades you? How can it happen the way you want it to go if it evades you? You can't say that shit and expect it to not evade you. So the best way to envision your boys moving back to you in California, visualize you and your boys in California. I'm sure you've already done that. So cut all the fucking bullshit in between. Visualize on the beach, going to the blah, 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 taking it to the da-da-da-da, looking at the who, the blah, 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 on the this, and this, going to school. You know what I mean? Like you live here. Put them in there in your mind. Put them in there and then go live there for a while. Anywhere you can think of having them, just in your house, walking in the door, being like, here you go, boys, here's your new home. So glad you're here. Picking them up at the airport, driving across the country with them. Whatever it is, there's how you envision it. Pick them all. And then the divorce, I just saw a little bow being wrapped and tied on a box. Thank you. Tie that shit up and send it away. Thank you, divorce. Bye. Best case scenario for me and my children. Everything is working out for me, period. I have manifested great things, period. And this is the greatest yet. Okay. So don't fuck yourself out of your manifestation with your own sentences. Awareness and discipline. And I know that you're typing this to share, but I have to point it out. You've got to be aware. Like you answered your own question in your question and showed why your thing isn't working out for you, because you keep saying it's not. So you have to say that it is, and you have to, don't go back on your word no matter what happens. Okay. How do I make my parents accept my sexuality in the future if I ever tell them they accept it now? Remember the future? The future? All right, here's the deal. If you ever want something in the future, then it needs to be in your mind now. That's the formula. So if you want your parents to accept your sexuality in the future, then they accept it in your mind now. So congratulations. They accept you fully for who you are. We love you. We're excited for you to get to fully live your life as you are. And I want you to right now just say, I get to live my life as I am. I'm 100% authentic to myself and it feels amazing. The people in my life support me. My parents are 100% supportive. They love me living my life as my true and authentic self. They only want to see me happy and they are my biggest supporters. And that's how you do it. And that needs to live in your head no matter what they do in the 3D reality, no matter what they say, you default back to what we just said. Brandon. Brandon, you get me. He says, how dare she wear blue? I wish I could. I wish I could tell a story about that. Brandon, if we ever have a one-on-one combo, remind me to tell you the how dare she wear blue story, because I actually do have a good story about that. Okay. Okay, Marty says, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because this is a good thing. Okay. She says, I did your SP workshop, 30 days of alignment, and I added all of your techniques into my daily life. And I started loving myself and decided that I don't want an SP now, or don't want SP. Maybe it's just a specific one. Then a guy with the same name / job turned up. Why him and not SP? You just said you don't want him. Like, listen, Marnie, I love you, girl. But you're giving me mixed signals as fuck in 2 sentences. So I can only imagine what you're doing to the universe. Okay. So like, get your shit together, girl. If you're adding in all my daily techniques, then understand that I am deliberate as fuck with what I'm thinking all the time. Whether I'm in a conversation with somebody or not, I don't care. I'm not gonna curtail my language for their benefit. I'm talking about and the way that I want to, period. So nothing's more important than the way you talk about things and think about them. Okay. So if you're doing everything great, you're loving yourself, then I will say this: you've elevated yourself, which makes me think that wherever you were when you were manifesting that version of them is too low for where you're at now. And that's why you're not interested in at least this version of them now, because they're not, you understand that you deserve a higher quality. And I'm not saying you deserve better than them. I'm saying you deserve a higher quality treatment than you're allowing yourself to get from the version you're manifesting. So the guy with the same name and job turned up doesn't have all of the emotional baggage and blockage attached to him that this one does, right? Like, this person you have manifested in your elevated space. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, your last SP, you were down here when you manifested them, or at least where they at, where you were, where you're leaving them is down here. As you've elevated yourself, this new person has come into your life at this level, and that's why they are there and not down here, because you have not elevated your SP up to the level you're at. You don't want them now. You've decided that whoever they are is who they are, and you're not interested, at least enough to continue blocking them from coming through and allowing someone else very similar to come through. Does that make sense? Okay. Nairi, yeah. Dina, oh no, Leanne caught it right as I saw it. Why am I swearing so much? I don't know. Ask my fucking dad. Is that him? Oh, it's my husband. I thought that was my dad walking. My dad's in town. Someone goes, why are you swearing so much? And I was like, and then the door opens. I'm like, ask my fucking dad. That's why. Because I was raised to. I'm sorry. It's who I am. If you don't like it, exit the live stream. Said with love. Simona says, I love how you pronounce my name. Ha ha ha. That means I pronounced it incorrectly. Okay. Oopsies. Yeah, I fucked up Ed's name one day, okay? Like, after I fucked up Ed's name, I was like, I can't apologize for fucking people's name up. I fucked up Ed. 2 letters. SP stands for specific person. Okay. Marnie said, Gina says hashtag said with love. Oh, speaking of hashtag said with love, we have new merch coming. I'm working on a bunch of stuff. So if you have suggestions or if there's things that you want, please either type it in the chat or email your ideas to hello@roxytalks.com. And then you can also leave it in the comments on the video. We'll collect them as well. But we are trying to, we're, doing some new merch releases and stuff. We're the sensitive eared people. Marnie says, I definitely don't want him back, but I know I'm so powerful. So I wasn't sure why I manifested something so similar, but not what I used to want. I wondered if it was because I dropped him. I mean, well, you're answering your own question. You know what I'm saying? I think, and I said this with love, I think some introspection would do you well, because like you have all the, you're literally typing the information in here. Like you don't need, like if you would just like typed it and then read it back to yourself and like looked at it objectively, you'd be like, oh yeah, there's the answer right there. Are you meditating every day? And what are you meditating to? Are you doing empty tracks or are you doing a guided? Laura says, I take long midnight walks, speaking life to my desires and role-playing dialogue with my SP. Thoughts? Yeah, do it. Keep doing it. Great. Hannah says, I'm doing everything and still nothing. Well, I'll tell you something, Hannah. You're not going to do anything if you keep saying that kind of stuff. Like that sentence is why you're not manifesting. Just so you know, you need to drop that shit like a bad habit. It is a bad habit. You need to drop it. I'm doing everything right and it's working out perfectly for me. And you keep saying that and allow it to continue and allow it to build, because you have a lot of momentum. Obviously, you have a lot of momentum built up to I'm doing everything. It's still nothing, because it's, I don't know how long you've been doing it, but you've been building that up. So you're going to have to, who knows how long it's going to take. There's no answer. It doesn't really matter, because the rest of your life is the answer. That's how long it takes. The rest of your life, you should be thinking in a productive way. But I'm doing everything and still nothing is not going to get you shit. So I would say switch that up if you actually want to manifest what you want. Gabby says more Chillosaurus Rex themed merch and something about getting yelled at. Don't worry. It's on there. Even just for the irony of me wearing it myself. Again, this is Ginger Beer if you're just joining the chat. Just so no one thinks I'm just sitting here pounding brewskis on the live stream. Not that it matters. No joy. I mean, no judgies. I just personally do not. Drink alcohol. Okay, where are we? Marine says, when Roxy answered my question, I legit jumped out of my chair out of scaredy catness. Is that even a word? I think it is a word. We just made it one, and I like it. Scaredy catness. Next lifetime, Brendan says, we're all doing everything perfectly and getting perfect results. Yes, exactly. Maria says, how can I help a friend who's struggling with self-concept and has a negative mindset about everything? So they're playing out the role that you've allowed them to be. So right now, you need to see them in their confidence, and you need to see them speak. You need to say and affirm and react to them as if they are speaking with positivity or productivity, or at least they're speaking the way that would help them experience what they want versus continuing to experience what they don't want. So I guess this is something that Jasmine Manifest Jasmine, we talked like before we did our video, like way before we did our video, we talked on the phone, and I was talking about, this is like, she helped me like really understand how I was keeping people in patterns in my life. Just by like one sentence, she said I was talking about something, and she's like, well, you're holding them in that vibrational pattern by saying that. I was like, duh, obviously. That was like in 2018. Any hoodles. So you're holding them in that vibrational pattern by saying that about them. So if they're struggling with self-concept, no, they have a great self-concept. You love seeing them love themselves. They're falling in love with themselves more and more every day. They're doing so good. You're so proud of them. They're happy, healthy, whole. You just got to change the language and the narrative around them and the story around them and the reactions to them. If you see them doing, what are we going to use? Negative things or saying negative things, you have to, in your mind, hijack the transmission and put in the language that you actually want. Like, oh, they're doing so good. They say such positive things. It's really working. Oh my God, it's so great to see them loving themselves. You're saying that stuff in your head no matter what's going on in the 3D. Oh my God. Little Milk Burp says, girl, I need a manifest and a petty fest. I like jokes that play to my sensibilities. Okay. Thanks, Leanne. Leanne linked the video I did with Jasmine. Thanks, Leanne. Okay. Christine says it's 10:08 p.m. here in the UK right now, and he said he'll be around my place at 10:30. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to see you signing off in about 22 minutes. Amreen asking about letting go of your, how do you let go of your S when you have to see them every day? Okay, letting go questions. I'm going to defer. That's the word I want to use. Defer to my letting go workshop happening this Friday, July 30th via Zoom. The official title is Letting It All Go. Fuck the BS. Or is it F the BS, Letting It All Go? That's what I called it. I have a flair for the dramatic. So if we're talking about letting go, we're going deep on the subject this Friday, live workshop. Come join me and your fellow community members. We're going to let go of our BS once and for all, hopefully, or at least I'm going to show you how to let go of it again if you find yourself picking your old shit back up. So if you're not letting it go once and for all, you've made the choice to pick your old shit back up, at least you'll know how to let go again, because not only are we letting go, we're learning how to continuously let go and keep the momentum going throughout our lives, because stuff happens and new things, new experiences come, and new manifestations, new vibrations, new levels of thinking and goals and pathways bring all kinds of new things that we can't even fathom being on the paths that we're on. And so you're going to have to know how to deal with stuff, period. And so that's what we're talking about on the workshop Friday. And if you want to join, the link is pinned to the YouTube chat, or you can go to roxytalks.com to the Letting Go live workshop. Gabriella, yes, you are allowed to ask questions. Unfortunately, you only get one, and that was your one. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding, but I just wanted to say it. Okay. Hey, Yoka, you made it. Hello. Secret person says, can others' thoughts about you influence you? No. Because you are influencing others' thoughts about you. So, like, if they are influencing you, they started with you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not really being influenced. You're just you're like listening to your own bullshit, like in a roundabout way. You're like playing telephone with yourself to be like, oh, I didn't say that, and that fucking bitch over there said it. But really, she's just mirroring you anyway. So, yeah. Soul of Salwa says, Roxy, be Roxy today. We love to see it. Okay, here's the real deal. To be real honest with you, my business coach is like kind of telling me that I have to. She's like, girl, I see you holding back so much. And like, she's like, people don't want to see you holding back. They want to see your authentic self. And I know that, obviously. So I need to be following my own shit. So I have been working on saying what I actually want to say more of the time, and not protecting people too much that Tiffany, she says, PSA, watch Roxy's Circumstances Don't Matter video. From personal experience, once you saturate your mind with this fact, you will see magic. Most of my successes had zero evidence in my 3D of showing up, and they did. And seriously, if you watch Mindset Monday, if you ever watched it, you literally have seen a Tiffany success story. Like, I would be more surprised if I found a Mindset Monday that you didn't have a success story on, honestly. Because literally every week, Tiffany's coming through with like, I did this ridiculous thing. We love it. Okay, Lachey, hello. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, how do I navigate not talking about my illnesses while dating and getting to know someone? Don't want to affirm them, but I find that they tie into they tie into other storylines in my life. So they do come up in convos. Okay. All right. So, okay. What I'm seeing in my head is like all these, oh man. I mean, I'll be real honest with you. I'm seeing like, it's kind of gross. It's like mucousy sludge strings connecting all these things. And what that told me is like that your story is, like you said, it's tied to other things. It's deep, it's toxic. And it's like, if anybody watches Rick and Morty, you know the toxic Rick, toxic Morty episode. It was like that, like sticky and like goopy and green and nasty. Like uh that, like it's almost like this scaffolding of toxicity. Like I don't know why it's mucus in my mind, but it's because it's like sticky and gross, and it's like it's like gross, like thick, toxicy, sludgy links, connections. Here's me with this illness. So not only have you identified yourself with this illness, but it bleeds and spreads into all these other parts of my life to where I can't even talk about my life without bringing up and identifying with again and reinforcing that toxic scaffolding having to do with my illnesses. And I'm not saying, I don't want to diminish them in any way, but if you've watched, you got to watch my healing videos, because we'll direct you to the mods. Can you please link my video? Please. I'm sorry. The Mindset Monday, when my face was looking super beautiful, I'm wearing a white top and I had my pink glasses on. And the podcast episode from that same outfit where I'm talking about healing physical change, those two episodes you should watch, because now it was a physical illness, but it doesn't matter. Same thing. My process is a 3-step process. The first one is to disidentify, disassociate with it. So your illnesses, like I want you to disconnect all those sludgy ties. Like it's like they're sludgy cobwebs, or I can't explain it. Like these strings connecting all these things. Cut all those ties first of all, and then erase that label, because I don't know if this is your real name, but you're just Lachey to us, right? So you're not your illness, and you definitely don't need to identify as somebody with them. You can still treat what's going on in your body without saying that you have it and constantly affirming it. Okay. So treating physical ailments or treating the body, period, 3-step process. 1, disidentify. 2, healing with the mind. So we're visualizing and we're using our affirmations to rewrite the story, erase. Visualize yourself being at 100%. Say that you're at 100%. You're identifying with the opposite of having it. And the third one is to treat your illness in the physically, obviously, but without like making it a thing, right? So just like you can brush your teeth without affirming that you're brushing your teeth the whole time because you know the routine inside and out, you're going to be treating your, let's say you're taking medication, you're just popping some vitamins. It's not like this, oh, now I gotta take this and this thing, this because this thing is that you associate all this meaning to it, when it's really, you're really just popping some powder wrapped in capsules. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really think about it. So we need to take away all of the power of attaching it to our story, putting it on our name tag and making it like this is our thing, because it's not your thing. And it's not to say that it's not important. It's not to invalidate what you're going through. It's not anything. It's to help you deal with it better, because the more you affirm it and say, this is my thing, I can't even have a regular conversation without bringing it up. That's a problem. Like, I mean, if it's a problem, right? Like, so remove the identification with it, remove all the ties that it has to so many things, start working on telling your story without talking about your illness. Okay. And this is just my personal opinion. Like, this is what I would do. So if it's something that you feel like you can't not talk about, then you need to find a way to navigate around. Like you said, how do I navigate? You need to figure out how to find a story that works for you, that you're okay talking about, or a way to condense it or something. But my advice, if you're asking me what you are, is I would say don't. My real advice is shut the fuck up about it. But I mean that with love, because I understand healing, and I get it, and I've done it myself. So literally, what I have to do when there's something that I need to get rid of, I shut the fuck up about it. That moment doesn't exist anymore. And I do everything in my power to scrub and erase it from my mind, my vocabulary, my body, my life, period. It doesn't exist. And it's definitely not me. And I certainly don't fucking have it. You know what I mean? So like, it's a choice. You just got to make the choice. Like, constant choice. I hope that makes sense. I hope that made sense. Lachey, please let me know if that resonated for you. Gabby says, I have been rampaging and affirming and flipping thoughts and letting little doubts creep in. So what's up with zero evidence in the 3D? And letting little doubt creep in. Okay. Again, you are affirming there's zero evidence. That is manifesting. And obviously the concept, all right, I got to say this is to a lot of people. If you're one of those people that I always say, this is for you, this is definitely for you right now. If you are saying that there is no evidence in your 3D, if you are saying it's not working, if you keep saying you're doing everything and it's not working out for you, you must hear me right now and understand that the notion that it's not working is stronger than all of your manifestational bullshit that you're trying. Okay. Do you get that? That one notion, there's zero evidence in the 3D, is thicker, stronger, faster, better, more ingrained, more believable to you than every single rampage, affirmation, thought flipping, and the tiniest little doubt that you barely just let creep in. Okay. That sentence at the end is why. And it doesn't matter if it's just, but there's zero evidence. You may have just, there's zero evidence. No, bitch, that is the truth of your reality and why you're not manifesting it, because you have let that become your reality. So, and I mean that with love. The dragon, she is here. Yeah. So, I don't care how much you have done. If you are ending that sentence with, but it's not working, the it's not working is so much stronger than all of the manifestations, the visualizations, the affirmations, the scripting, the meditating, the trying, the videos, the podcast, all of it. It's strong. That one idea is stronger than all of that stuff combined. And that is the issue, is that you're not dealing with the fucking monster. Okay. You're like knocking out all the shrubbery, but you're not dealing with the fucking giant tree that's dumping shit all over your yard. You know what I'm saying? Do you have the feelings? So yeah, the feelings and thoughts are separate. Do not make the mistake of thinking that they're the same. Hannah. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Check out like my podcast, check out my podcast episodes from the last like couple months. I would start like the most recent and kind of work your way backwards, because I talk a lot about separation of the feelings from the mind and from the thoughts, and even the Mindset Mondays. Like it's very necessary. And that's part of what we're doing at the Letting Go workshop happening July 30th. See you soon. That's this Friday. We're going to be talking about letting go of feelings and removing the association with the feelings and the thought. Okay. James Pratt, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, I love when I rhyme. Thank you, James. Okay. Is it normal to not believe in my affirmations at first? Yes, totally normal, totally okay. Because a lot of the bullshit that you believe now started out as an affirmation that you didn't believe, but you thought it so many times that you do believe it now. And so that's basically what we're doing, is we're taking over, we're hijacking the mechanism that we know that we already do. Like, okay. Like, let's say, I just heard the words "you're fat" in my head. So let's say that the first time maybe you've never, just for example, Let's say you never knew anything that weight was a thing. You never know that fat was bad and you're not supposed to be it, right? Someone calls you fat and all of a sudden, oh wait, am I fat? Oh my God, do I need to? Oh my God, does other people think that? Have I been fat this whole time? Is that a bad thing? Am I worth? Can I have? Blah, blah, blah? You start going down this road. You start associating with fat. Before someone said that, you may have never even understood that it was a concept. But now, after constant repetition, over and over saturation with fat thoughts, worries, doubts, insecurities, you now believe that you're fat. It's the same thing with good thoughts, thank God, right? So pick something better and then cycle it through your mind over and over until you do start believing in it. And then you don't have to try as hard because then you believe it. But you keep it going because now it's your reality. Sana, what did I say? Oh, a minute ago. What did I say a minute ago? Was it my poem? Was it my fucking poetry, Sana? Okay, if you just sent a super chat question, forgive me. I'm doing them in order, and there's multiple, so I'm just one person. I got to get them in order, and I get them as they come through. And if I skipped it, please let us know. It's not done on purpose. Again, I'm just one person, and I'm trying to keep track of all this shit. Oh, there it is. Tenny. Okay. Yeah, I see the super chat, but no question. Oh boy. Okay. Where's this question? How can I get the relationship I want with my SP? We broke up last night. What process do I take? How can I get the relationship that I want? Hi, Brad. Oh gosh. Okay. This is such a fucking loaded question. Well, the short answer is allow yourself to feel the way you feel. Separate your emotions out. Don't think that it's over just because the relationship ended. And also know that your feelings, your patterns, everything that you experienced as a child, all the relationships that you've gone through before are all building the blueprint for which this current relationship situation is playing out. So if you want to, let me get the quote here. Get the relationship that you want, then you need to say that you have the relationship that you want. You need to affirm that you have the relationship that you want. You need to understand that whatever happened last night was just to get you to this point so that you could now have the relationship that you want. Okay. So you have the relationship that you want. You and your partner are perfectly compatible. You have a great connection. You have great communication. You love to be around each other. You bring out the best in each other. They respect you. You respect them. You trust each other. You're trusting of yourselves around each other. You are committed to each other. You're honest with each other. You're open. Everything's great. You have the best relationship. You're so connected. And then you need to be working on not letting your fears, worries, doubts about what happened last night or where that's going to take you cloud or change that story or shift the direction of it. Your emotions are probably running high, so you're going to want to like let them out and allow them and let yourself feel the way you feel, but you got to really control the thinking and not thinking like, what do I do now? How can I do this? How can I get the relationship that I want? No, like if, like when I'm going through something and I'm crying or if I'm passing emotions, I'm letting like the tears come down my face and I'm thinking this is still working out for me or everything is still fine or I still have my whatever it is. I'm like affirming like through the tears or everything is still fine, everything's still working out or whatever it is, self-soothing and making sure that I'm not changing my story even if I feel emotionally like the opposite of what I want it to be. That's irrelevant. So allow yourself to do the feelings. Check out I have a lot of content about this topic. It's like that's why it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint or like to nail down. It's just so big and such a like there's so many ways to go with this. Check out my Manifest a Specific Person free masterclass because your own patterns and limiting beliefs and insecurities, doubts, worries, fears, all that stuff is also dictating what's going on in your relationship, not just your current moment thoughts. So you have to deal with that stuff and the patterns and not taking the same, when you get triggered, not doing the same old thing that you normally do, doing something different so that you don't recreate the same situations over and over while also, keeping your current your conscious thoughts in a place that you like them to be, which is apparently I have the relationship that I want. So it's a dance of doing all those things simultaneously and not stopping until you don't have to pretend anymore. Julia, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, last week I had a bad week mentally. Now I'm good. I want to stay like that. All my head thinks about is cheating. I don't know why. I have no past with it. I'm flipping immediately, but it's making me anxious. Help. You're gonna have to dig and see what that's about. Like if you keep flipping and keeps coming back and it's making you anxious, then there's shit attached to it, and you need to dig into what that's about. I would meditate on it. Ask yourself what's going on here, and then I just like when I'm asking myself questions, I'm like, okay, and then what? And then what? Or what does that mean? And then what would that be like? Or what would that mean? Just kind of keep digging, keep asking, and just kind of get to the bottom of where that's at. Like I don't know you at all. Like I don't know your story of the based off, outside of what you've just said. But what I can say is that like what does cheating mean? What does cheating represent? Cheating would represent in my mind not being satisfied, a fear of commitment or settling down, fear of which could then branch into like fear of hurting someone or fear of being hurt or being left. And so it would be like a self-sabotage kind of a thing. It could also, I don't know if you witnessed cheating at growing up between adults or if you've seen other people go through it. It's a fear that you kind of just adopted by proxy, like by seeing other people have it. But like to me, cheating stems from satisfaction, right? Or worthiness, not feeling good enough for what you have. And so either sabotaging it or seeking out something that you think you are worthy for. Whether that's lower or higher, I don't know. It's not my deal. This is like your stuff. So this is stuff you have to ask yourself. But I would say that like what you need to do is like check out the Letting Go book. It's on our book club of the, I'm not calling it book club of the month, book club of the now, roxytalks.com. You can go to the community tab in our forum. We have a book club. We're reading Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins. I just did a podcast episode about it last week where I kind of break it down. I'm also hosting a Letting Go workshop this Friday. And it's going to help teach us how to let the emotion and the associated bullshit go so that you can move into the new space. But my answer to you would be that there's some digging that needs to be done and you need to see what's at the root of that because that's the problem that's going on with you. Okay, Bell Cosmetics, can you scroll up to mine? Did you do a super chat? If you did a super chat. I don't answer all requests. I do answer all super chats. I just can't see them all. What time is that? I got to go. I got to get off this. All right. Leon's like, who's coming to the workshop on Friday? I'm like, I got to go. I need to like replenish because I've been doing a lot of family stuff lately. So I'm like, I've spent emotionally. Not in a negative way, but you know how family is. It's a lot. Okay. Oh man, I can't. Okay. If you're okay, y'all, listen, I'm sorry. I say this with love. Like, please don't make me scroll up through a million messages to try to get your shit. Do you know how many messages I'm trying to like thumb through to find? It's too much. I can't. You gotta. Please remember, I am a person, and ask yourself what you would do if you had to. If everybody on this chat wanted you to answer every single one of these questions right now. Just think about that. Okay. Let's do last call for super chats. Really last call right now. If you want to do one, throw it in there now. Otherwise, forever hold your peas. Rubaya says, I know you cover mostly romantic relationships, but can you please do a video that talks about manifesting better relationships with parents and how we can manifest them showing a particular way? I have. And yeah, it's something about like unsupportive people in your life, manifesting people in your life are unsupportive or something like that. Yeah. Our limiting beliefs are much more complicated when it comes to our birth givers. It's not as easy to think I don't need you or your validation regarding parents as it is with romantic. I never said it is, and in fact, I talk about that a lot. So, yeah, I do. Why am I feeling attacked right now? I'm gonna move on. Okay, Julia. Thank you so much for your super chat. Says I just feel like it's in every movie, so I think my brain adopted it to have it happen, although I never witnessed it. How do I dig without manifesting? It doesn't matter. You're already manifesting it. Who cares? You know what I mean? If it's a nagging fear, you're already there. What does it matter if you get to the bottom of the fucking hole? Dig out the root. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, I don't want to dig to the root because there's a weed. Well, it's like, well, get to the root of the fucking weed so you can pull it out. How else are you going to get to the root? How else are you going to get it? I love you guys. I'm just, yeah, like, I'm excited about, Ruby, I know you're not attacking me. I'm just like, sometimes I feel like I talk about things so much. And then people are like, well, you talk about this, but you haven't talked about this. And it's like, actually, I have a lot. So, like, don't tell me what videos I haven't made, okay? Because I've made a lot. Said with love, right? Again, I'm a person. And it's great. And Dina, yes. And also, thank you, Dina. This is another reason why I get exasperated because everything is the same fucking answer. And I just keep saying the same things over and over and over and over again. And everyone's like, but what about for this? And I'm like, yeah, that too. And what about this? Yep, that too. And what about this? Yep, all of it. And so that's why I get exasperated after a while because it's just, as a person, I'm not going to finish this sentence. I love it. It feels great. I love answering every single question that comes through. Okay. Yeah. So Julia, how do I dig that manifesting? It doesn't matter. Keep going. You're already manifesting it. So no worries there. The only thing you're going to do is help yourself by getting to the bottom of it. 'Cause then you'll know what it is that you do to cause it to continue. And so you can stop it before it gets to the place where it's becoming a problem. Nicole, how long did it take yourself to be so self-confident? Every day. I work on it all day, every day. You know what I mean? It's not a destination. It's a daily practice. Check out my manifesting confidence workshop. I put it into a workshop. I explained my concept around it and how to pick who you want to be and embody that person and become that person. That's on my website, roxytalks.com. Manifesting confidence workshop. There is a free confidence affirmations builder as well if you wanted to do that. It's a little exercise. Okay. Serendipity says, I just don't feel the effect of subliminals, guided meditations, and affirmations. I'm not sure that they're sinking into my subconscious. Any tips? Okay. Okay. So first of all, I don't know how, and I'm not saying that, what I'm going to say, I'm not saying you're doing it wrong, but if you're not getting into your subconscious in a guided meditation, then you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? Go to a channel called Rising Higher Meditations. Do one of their 25 or longer meditations. Like I do the 30-minute ones. She leaves space for you to speak to your subconscious. So she like takes you there. She gives you some prompts and then she allows space for you to get information. I get tons of messages when I do her meditations. I also get a lot of information from just blank meditations where I'll just listen to plain meditation music. I'll either count backwards from 88 or I'll do cyclical breathing for a few minutes, like breathe in for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5, hold for 5, breathe in for 5, get it over and over until I kind of catch myself being hypnotized. One of the ways I can tell is like, for some reason, when I close my eyes, I've talked about this before, I always point my eyes at my third eye while I'm meditating or concentrating or visualizing. Once I get into the zone, when I'm there, it's start like the blackness in my eyeballs starts to spin, and I don't know why or how, but it's like I know that I'm there because everything starts to kind of swirl, and like what my eyeballs are actually seeing behind my closed lids. So I kind of get myself to that point where I know that I'm kind of like in a lull because like my shits, I start to see like a little spiral going on. I'm not saying that happens for everybody, but once I get myself down, once I talk myself down into the meditation, if it's just plain meditation music with no guide, I get myself into that space. And then I just like keep my thoughts, my channel open and keep my thoughts out. And if anything pops through, I just kind of erase. If I have questions, I go into it with a question and allow the answers to come through. And I just listen to what I'm hearing. And then I'll have conversations. Like once you hear the way they talk to you, because for me, it's very quick. Like there's almost no delay from like when I finish thinking my thought to when the answer comes. It's almost so fast that you can doubt it sometimes. But once you realize that the answer comes that quick and you can kind of have like a conversation with your guides and or whoever's in there. So that would be my suggestion for if you can't do guided meditations, check out Rising Higher Meditation. If that doesn't work for you, then check out just a plain ass meditation track and just do it yourself. Affirmations. I listen to affirmations all the time, and I do it because it's sinking in subconsciously whether I'm listening to them or not. And then sometimes I am listening to them. And if I am, then I'm repeating them back and I'm interacting with them. And if I'm not, then they're just playing on in the background and they're kind of soaking in subconsciously. And I'm listening to the concept. So like say that it's like, let's say, oh, I'm going to listen to a money affirmation today. We put on like a 7-hour 7 hours of money affirmations or whatever. Whether I'm paying attention to it or not, my mind is in abundance mode because I'm being constantly fed these sentences describing abundance and money or prosperity or whatever. So I'm just naturally kind of on that wavelength to think those type of thoughts. And then if I hear them, I like them, I'm affirming them. Maybe I'm saying them out loud. Maybe I'm just tumbling them around in my head. Oh, I like that. I'm going to adopt that one too. I'm interacting with it as well and letting it be passive. So I'm doing both with those with my affirmations. As far as subliminals, I don't listen. I don't never listen to subliminals, to be honest with you guys. I know I've said I would, but then I think that could be time I could be listening to regular affirmations. So I just, so anyways, and also the fact that if you say you don't feel the effect of them, then how is the effect going to be felt? So broaden your horizons, try new things, and stop saying it's not working. For the love of God, stop saying stuff is not working. If something's not working for you, say that it fucking works. That's how you get it to work. Liz J, I love you, says, what you explained makes so much sense. Thank you, Roxy. And Lachey was talking about, I don't want to say the I word. We're talking about things that we used to associate with ourselves that we no longer do. She goes, I'm just going to shut up about it and thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. Oh, good. I'm so glad I pronounced it correctly. That's good. Okay, good. Yay. And I'm so glad that resonated with you. Julia says, she goes, so you mean I already manifested cheating? No, I'm saying it's on your mind right now. It's already on your mind. We're already talking about it. So what harm is it going to do for you to dig to the bottom and see what the fucking problem is? Do you get what I'm saying? You're already eating the shit sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, you're already there. So what are you worrying about eating a shit sandwich when you got it in your fucking mouth right now? Do you get what I'm saying? It's too late to worry about it manifesting because it's gotten to a problem where you've already asked me a question about it. Do you get it? I'm not saying you manifested cheating. I'm saying you're already there with it mentally because it's a problem for you. So digging down and figuring out why it's a problem is not going to do any harm when, again, you're already eating the shit sandwich. You've already had a whole bunch of bites about it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying keep eating the shit sandwich. I'm just saying don't be afraid of eating it when it's already in your mouth. It's too late. And he says, oh, okay, it's clicking. I don't know if that was the same thing or if you're talking about other people, but I had to read it anyways. Oh, Leanne, thank you. Linked the free meditation guide. Mermaid Berry says, eat a better sandwich. You're damn right. You are damn right. Ooh, thank you, Lil Milk Burp. Thank you. Also says, nibbling is eating. There's no such thing as a fucking nibble, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you. Tasha, welcome back. Hello. Sana says, yeah, man, your next meal got to be the best sandwich you've ever had. That exactly. Like, don't eat another shit sandwich if you don't like the taste of it. I love you guys. Okay. All right. I think I have done all the super chats. I got to head out. I got family in town. We're going to go to the crystal shop. If you need your own crystals, head to theblackmoonboutique.com. Crystals, incense, tarot, and more. Candles. Okay. Hi, big boy. You got to go potty. I can't let you in just a second, boy. All right. Someone was asking about weight loss, and Leanne says, I like to start my day saying I have a high metabolism. My body is a fat burning machine. Ooh, I like that. I have such a high metabolism. And then Dina says mindset and Munchie Mondays. Mermaid, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it, Marnie. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ooh, Thanksgiving sandwich sounds really good. Perla says, I'm so done talking to psychics, honestly. Right, Roxy? I talk to my psychic once a month. I'm talking to her on Wednesday. I love her. She's like what? She's like I don't know. She's like family to me. She's so calming. But it helps me. Like, it gives me a indication of where I'm at with my energy so that I can adjust or continue on the path that I'm on. KMV, I appreciate you. Says, thank you, Roxy. We'll definitely try to hit the workshop this Friday. We adore you and you are helping millions. I so appreciate you. Thank you very much. And we are hosting the Letting Go workshop, F the BS, happening this Friday, July 30th, via Zoom. RoxyTalks.com to sign up. Or if you're on YouTube, the link is pinned to the chat here. Lachey says, looking forward to the Letting Go workshop. Me too. I'm excited. It's our last one of the summer. So who knows? It could get crazy. I mean, it could get wild. Why not? Yes, I'm so excited. It's going to be fun. Letting go is always good. It's always a relief. And I mean, like, we get off the workshops feeling relief, but this one's like specifically designed for the relief. So I'm really excited. And if you were at the last self-love, then we had a really good time. It was really fun. So I'm excited for this one. Letting go. RoxyTalks.com, Letting Go workshop happening this Friday, 3 p.m. PST. Scruffy's looking forward to the workshop, catching up on the book now. Nice. I'm on the book. I'm like halfway. I thought I would have it finished by now, but I'm only halfway through. But that's okay. And Scruffy looking, Scruffy looking is one of our males that I have. Sometimes men come and they're like, "Is it weird if I'm on your workshop?" I'm like, "No, you're not the only guy. we have guys. We have guys that look at the pink shit and they listen and they are working with their lives and like." I have, clients that are my dad's age, and I'm like, hey, they're listening to a tattooed pink-haired girl to help them, right? It's not necessarily how the information is packaged, it's just how it resonates. So Scruffy looking, we always appreciate you. Sometimes you're the only guy in the room, but we appreciate you being there. Scruffy looking or Thomas, usually. Those are probably generally most of the guys. And then obviously Brandon's always here too in the mindsets. Scruffy looking says they've been great. I've had fun this far. Oh, and what your name was it your ideal self name was Tyrannosaurus Seth? Wasn't that what it was? I woke up the next day and I was saying it to my husband. I was cracking up. Okay. We got one more super chat left. This is the last one. Thank you so much. Danny says, well, I'm new here. What's this chat about? It's about manifestation and living the life you'd like to live and not falling into your old patterns anymore and letting go of the old self. Okay, last super chat. Oh, fudge. What does this say? Oh, God. Le chat sorcery. Oh, okay. That was easier than I thought. All right. Says, thank you for the super chat. How do you manifest SP wanting a romantic relationship after you manifested communication after 3 years? He texted and seemed excited to see me. Well, he is excited to see you. So you sound let down. You sound disappointed. You sound like the wind has been taken out of your sails. And that's the problem. You're taking your own wind out of your own sails. So blow your fucking sails back up, put the wind back into him. He is excited to see you, period. He doesn't seem shit. He is excited to see you. How do you manifest him wanting a romantic relationship? You say that he does. If you want something, you say that it is now. So you want this person to want a romantic relationship with you, then they already do, because we're working with infinite or near infinite, and the reality where they do want a relationship with you romantically is just as valid and happening right now as we speak and in existence and have already been created, just as valid as the one where they don't. So you're going to end up in the one you give the most attention to. So change the story. Decide right now that they are excited. They are romantically interested in you. They have been the whole time. They always were. They never not were. So stop worrying about it and let yourself tell yourself that it is working out. They do want to be with you. It is the blah, 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 blah. They do want to be with you romantically. That's just it. You just have to say they do. If you want them to, then you have to say they do, period. That's the trick. If you want something, say you have it. I am, they are, we are, it is, I have. Tiffany, thanks for coming up with our group affirmation today. Says, everybody together, we're going to do our group affirmation. So I'll read it out loud twice. How are we going to do this? Do you want to close your eyes? Do you guys like it better when we close our eyes and think about it? Or do you like it better when you affirm it and kind of like say it out loud? What do you prefer? Because obviously we can do either one, but it helps me with the energy that I put into it. Favorite podcast? Obviously the Roxy Talks Manifestation podcast. All right, I'm waiting for you to tell me if you want a visualization, closing your eyes type affirmation, or an energize. Fuck it, I'm deciding. Energize. All right. Group affirmation. To please type in the chat below, or repeat, or scream, or you can close your eyes if you want. It's up to you. I am completely aligned with all that is good for me. I am completely aligned with all that's good for me. I want to amend this. I am completely aligned with all that brings me joy. I'm completely aligned with all that brings me joy. And only because sometimes, good can get muddy. So I'm completely aligned with all that brings me joy. I'm completely aligned with all that brings me joy. Leave it in the chat. Scream it out. Say it out loud if you want to. Whisper it. Write it down. Text it to your friend. I am completely aligned with all that brings me joy. Yes. I am completely aligned with all that brings me joy. We're affirming together. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. Okay. All right, last question. Sometimes people ask me about my reality. This is Martin says, do you answer the 3D reality or my mind's reality, how I want the situation to be? You answer, this is my best. Obviously, you need to learn how to navigate your 3D reality on your own and figure out what works for you. But my most general answer is you go neutral in the 3D. So if you're having a conversation, be as neutral as possible. Don't rock the boat on either side. Yeah, everything's fine. It's working out great. I'm not worried about it. How about you? Flip it onto them or whatever. In your mind, you're answering the way you want your ideal reality to be, right? So With some people in your life, those two things will be the same. You can answer what's going on in your mind in the 3D reality, and they're not going to look at you like you're crazy. If that's not the case, understand that the mind answering the way you want it to go, that should never change or stop. No matter what you're talking about in the 3D, you should be cleaning up in your mind as you go along during the process. If you can't speak about what you want around, present company or whatever, then don't say anything. I mean, like, say as little as you can. Like, I would say, oh, wait, no, I'm not trying to show this. I'm trying to stop. Can you stop telling people to text you? I don't want to. All right, sorry. All right, you just got blocked. All right, sorry. Sorry. What the fuck were we talking about? I'm so good at staying focused. The link for the meditations is either at my website on the meditations tab, or they just linked it above. Just scroll up. All right. Oh, Martin, I was answering your question. I said, thanks, Martin, for reminding me. Oh, yeah, exactly. So my answer is to be as neutral as possible in the 3D, but always answer in your mind's reality, how you want the situation to be in your mind. Yes. So just like you can be like, in Mean Girls, and she's like, oh, I love your skirt. That's the ugliest fucking skirt I've ever seen. Same kind of deal, obviously, but nice. So yeah, everything's great. I'm actually a fucking millionaire in your head, right? So you're doing the upgrade in your mind. Always, 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 always. You should do that no matter what. You should always answer in your mind the way you want it to. If you got to say something in the 3D different, who fucking cares? The 3D's in the past. Don't let it change the forward momentum of your mind. All right. Nicole has to go to bed, so we better all go. I was going to anyways, but good night, Nicole. Thanks for being here. Sana says, I just ordered food thanks to this Mindset Monday. Cool. I love food. Food's my jam. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget to join us for the Letting It All Go F the BS workshop happening this Friday if you're in the Western Hemisphere. Well, it might still be Friday, but it's Friday, 3 p.m. PST. And Jesus, you guys, I can't. All right. It's time for me to get off this chat. All right. I love you guys. Please join me for the live workshop happening this Friday, 3 p.m. PST, Letting It All Go. Good Lord. You guys are getting crazy in the chat. Sign up at roxytalks.com, or the link is pinned to the chat on YouTube. Evelinda says, I came upon your YouTube this week and my mindset has changed so much for the better. Thank you. Proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Marnie says, thank you so much, Roxy. Can't wait for Friday's workshop. I'm excited to see you, Marnie. We'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Please join us on Friday. It's going to be a good one. It's our last live workshop of the summer. Potentially the last one of its kind ever. So fuck it. Join it if you want to get on it, because it might never come around again. We'll see. I don't know. But you can sign up at my website, roxytalks.com. And if you purchase the bundle package, even though the workshops have already happened, you will still get the recordings for said workshops, and you can enjoy all the festivities, whether or not you're able to attend live or not. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Emmy. I will go get some rest and chill out. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Bye.